Hi guys, welcome to Fight or Not to Fight Ministries. Today I am coming to you with a great word from the Lord. Set apart. You are set apart. So guys, to give you some background, this word is going to be taken from 1 Samuel chapter 9 through verses 9 through 24. So guys, to give you some background, Saul was sent by his father to find his father's lost donkeys. It was 3 of them that were lost, and Saul's father sent him to go look for them. Saul and his servant went from tribe to tribe, and eventually they grew weary because they could not find his father's donkeys anywhere. They just could not find it. And Saul's servant said to him, "There is in this city a man of God, and all that he says comes to pass. Perhaps he can show us the way to go." And when you go to 1 Samuel 9, it says, "Come, let us go to the seer, for he who is now called a prophet was formerly called a seer." The seer that the servant was referring to was Samuel, and in verse 11 it says, "As they went up the hill to the city, they met some women going out to draw water, and said to them, 'Is the seer here?' And they answered them and said, 'Yes, there he is, just ahead of you.'" Now verse 15 says, "Now the Lord had told Samuel in his ear the day before Saul came, saying, 'Tomorrow about this time I will send you a man from the land of Benjamin, and you shall anoint him commander over my people Israel, that he may save my people from the hand of the Philistines. For I have looked upon my people because their cry has come to me.'" So when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said to him, "There he is, the man of whom I spoke to you. This one shall reign over my people." Then Saul drew near to Samuel in the gate and said, "Please tell me, where is the seer's house?" Samuel answered Saul and said, "I am the seer. Go up before me to the high place, for you shall eat with me today, and tomorrow I will let you go and will tell you all that is in your heart. But as for your donkeys that were lost 3 days ago, do not be anxious about them, for they have been found." And Samuel proceeds to say, "I am here to tell you that you and your family are the focus of all Israel's hope." And Saul answers Samuel and he says, "Am I not a Benjamite, of the smallest of the tribes of Israel, and my family the least of all the families of the tribe of Benjamin? Why then do you speak like this to me?" So guys, Saul was basically saying, not only am I the smallest of the tribes in the entire camp of Israel, but my family is the least of all families in the tribe of my small tribe. And the Holy Spirit began to speak to me, and some of us feel less than worthy. We feel less than all the time. It's almost a normal feeling for us. And that is not because we are not of great value, because we are definitely anointed and appointed, but we feel less because of our background or where we come from. Some of us may say, "I did not go to church my whole life. How can I lead one? My parents never had a ministry. Who am I to receive one?" Or, "I've been a sinner my whole life. I saw my mom sin, my father sin. All I know is sin. So how can I be clean with all the things I've done in my past? Much less lead people towards a righteous lifestyle when I just started living right 2 minutes ago." So just as Saul said to Samuel, "Why then do you speak to me like this?" Some of us are saying that in the spiritual. Like, why do you speak like this to me? Why do you speak as if I'm someone who's had a silver spoon my whole life, or someone who know everything when it comes to the spiritual? Or some of us say, how can the hopes of an entire nation rest on little old me? This is what Saul was saying. How can the hopes of an entire nation rest on me? And I am from the smallest tribe of the Israelites. And in that tribe, my family is the least of them all. Guys, I say unto you today, in your own strength, in our own strength, it would be impossible that we could do any of these things. But with God, all things are possible. God can take the least of us, just how he did with Saul, and make us among the greatest. He doesn't need fancy clothing, a background of great wealth, or a background of great ministries that has been passed to you. He just need a vessel that wants to be used by him, a vessel that is willing to honor and obey him. That is what the Lord wants to use today. That is what he is searching for. His eyes are literally roaming the earth, he's searching for those of us who are fully committed, according to 2 Chronicles 16:9. Going back to the text now in 1 Samuel 9:22, it says, Now Samuel took Saul and his servant and brought them into the hall, and he had them sit in the place of honor among those who were invited. Now let me pause here really quick, guys. Remember, Saul was the least. He was the least. So everyone in this hall knew who he was. He was from the smallest tribe, and his family was the least of all those tribes. He literally went from being the least to sitting in the place of honor among all the 30 people that were there. And these would be considered 30 dignitaries, 30, let's say, nation ambassadors. These are, of the tribes, of course, but that's who they would represent. These were high class people. And to some of us, maybe even, let's say, 30 high official governors, or government officials. That's who these people represented, guys. And Samuel goes on to say, he said to the cook, Bring the portion which I gave you, of which I said to you, set it apart. So the cook took up the thigh with its upper part and set it before Saul. And Samuel said, Here it is, what was kept back. It was set apart for you. I'm going to say that again. What was kept back, it was set apart for you. Eat, for until this time it has been kept for you, since I said I invited the people. So Saul ate with Samuel that day. Guys, I'm telling you, what was kept back was made just for you. The Lord knew that he will bring you to a place of honor. So he kept some things back. He was preparing something so great for you for the appointed time when you were ready to receive it. That's why you have been set apart your entire life. You never quite fit in, because what was kept back was always set apart from you. It was always you the Lord wanted. It was always you that could hold what he had prepared. Only you could carry the glory of what he set apart, of what he kept back for you. So guys, go forth into what the Lord wants you to go forth in. It is now, for what was kept back was set apart just for you. Samuel said to Saul, For until this time it had been kept for you. It had been kept for you. That business idea was kept for you. Whatever that was, that ministry that you truly desire in your heart, that you didn't even know was a ministry at first, was kept for you. The Lord is placing us in high seats of honor in this hour. Go forth. Do not miss what he is doing, for you have been set apart for such a time as this. Go forth. Arise. The Lord is sending you on your way. So guys, that is pretty much the word. I try not to keep it too long, but that is the word, guys. I pray that you enjoyed it. Remember, the Lord loves you. I love you too, guys. And until next time, you guys be blessed.